Hello, hello, beautiful people. We're just going to be doing a nice quick little flow to get our lower body, our abdomen nice and on fire. It won't be a lot of arm stuff, but you can always add in extra chaturangas if you want. I'm just your guide to help you find what you want in your practice. So we're going to start at the top of our mat. Feet hip width distance apart, maybe a little bit wider depending on your preference. Inhale your arms up overhead, mountain pose Tadasana. Tuck your tailbone, press into all four corners of your feet. Turn your pinkies in towards one another. Engage your triceps. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, mountain pose Tadasana. Bring your hands up. Exhale, forward fold Uttanasana. Bend your knees as generously as you need to have a nice long spine. Relax your neck and shoulders. You can find any little movements that may feel good. You can rock from side to side. You can stay still. If it's your first forward fold of the day, you may have to bend your knees a lot more generously than usual. Just stay connected to your breath. Listen to your body. On an inhale, come to a flat spine, halfway lift. Shift your weight slightly into your toes. Place your hands on either your shins. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and down your back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend your knees. Bring your arms up overhead, Tadasana. On your exhale, grab your left wrist with your right hand. Step your left foot behind your right. Bend over to the right side. On an inhale, come back to mountain pose. Exhale, grab your right wrist with your left hand. Step your right foot behind your left. You want to make sure that you're staying nice and long in both side bodies, so make sure you're reaching more up and out rather than focusing on just bending all the way over to the left. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Ground down through your right foot, and on an inhale, lift your left knee up in line with your left hip. Flex your toes towards your face. Stay nice and strong here. Take an inhale. Exhale, step your foot about halfway back onto your mat. Plant it down at a 45-degree angle towards the front corner of your mat. Bend that front knee over your front ankle to where it's stacked on top of your front ankle. You want to make sure you have a heel to mat connection with that back foot, so adjust your stance however you need to make that happen. You can keep your hands at heart center. You can lift your hands up overhead, warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Make sure you're keeping your upper rib cage knitted in, your tailbone tucked. On an inhale, straighten that front leg, but be careful not to lock it. Keep a nice little micro bend. On an exhale, fold your torso over your thigh. You can either bring your hands down to your mat. You can keep them at heart center. The battery pack to my microphone's in kind of a funny spot, so I can't get too dramatic in this posture. But that's okay, because you don't have to get dramatic in a posture to feel it. With every inhale, maybe you grow a little bit longer in your spine. With every exhale, maybe you can fold your torso down just a little bit more. On an inhale, shift your weight into that front foot. Lift up through your back foot, warrior three. You can point or flex your back toes, but make sure to keep them nice and active. We're only here for a breath. Exhale, lower that back foot down, reach your arms up overhead, crescent lunge. Keep your front knee stacked over your front ankle, come to the tops of your back toes. On an inhale, shift your weight into that front foot again. Come back into one leg mountain. Exhale, lower it down. Straight to the other side. You can pause and kind of shake out your legs, your foot. That standing foot just did a lot of work. On your next exhale, drop your hands to heart center. On an inhale, ground down through your left foot. Lift that right knee up towards your face. Flex your toes. On your next exhale, start to step that foot about halfway back onto your mat. Bend in that front knee. Find that heel to mat connection with your back foot. Lift your arms up overhead if you did so on the other side. Virabhadrasana, warrior one. Always, when you're in a static hold, it's an opportunity to focus on your breath to make sure you're still connected. Inhale, straighten through that front leg. Exhale, fold over towards your mat. To make sure you're keeping your hips nice and square, pull back on that left hip while pulling forward on the right. On your next inhale, shift your weight into your front foot. Kick that back foot up towards the sky. You want your torso all the way down through your foot to be in a nice straight line. Exhale, step that foot back down. Bend in your front knee. Crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. On an inhale, shift your weight into that front foot again. Straighten through your front leg. Bring that back foot up into one leg mountain. Exhale, lower it down. Walk your feet out to where your toes spill off of your mat. You want your feet to be nice and angled. Your toes to be pointing out, heels pointed in. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Yogi squat, lower all the way down. Now this will look different for everyone. You may need your stance to be shorter. You may need it to be wider. Whatever your stance, your heels may be lifted. You may need to use your hands for balance. Whatever you need in this posture, that's fine. Find what moves you in this posture. What makes you feel the best. You can, if your hands are at heart center, you can use your elbows to lightly press into your inner thighs to open up. You just want to make sure that whatever expression you're choosing in this posture, that your spine is nice and long. You're not collapsing. You're able to have a nice lift in that spine. Bring your hands behind you, lower down to your bum. Bring your calves up in line bring your, what word am I looking for here? Bring your calves and your shins parallel to your mat. You can either flex your toes or point them. It's whatever helps you keep lifted. Lift up through your chest, boat posture. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, lower down to canoe. Keep that chest lifted. Extend your legs. Inhale, boat. Exhale, canoe. Inhale, boat. Exhale, canoe. Inhale, boat. Cross your ankles. Exhale, plant your hands down. Come into a high plank. And then drop onto your forearms for a low plank. We're going to do Sphinx lifts. You can either bring your forearms parallel to one another or keep your hands together. It's whatever feels best. Drop your hips down towards your mat, but don't let them touch. And on your exhale, lift them as high as you can without compromising your form. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Lower and lift. Go with the pace of your own breath. Use your lower belly to lift you. Let's do 2 more. And now come into your forearm plank. Come to a side forearm plank. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back through forearm plank. Come to the other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to your forearm plank. Plant your hands. Come into a high plank. Inhale, shift forward onto your toes. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Catch your breath. Melt your heels towards your mat. Inhale your right leg high. Bend your right knee, almost like you're trying to kick your right foot over towards the left side of your mat. Open up through that hip. Keep your shoulders squared towards the mat, so only go over as far as you can without your right shoulder trying to pop up. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, lower that right foot back down. Inhale, kick your left foot up. Exhale, open up through that hip. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, lower your foot down. Roll through to a high plank on your inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Relax everything onto your mat. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Exhale all the stale air from your body. Zip up through your legs. On an inhale, press down through your big toes and lift up through your chest. You can keep your hands grounded for more support, or you can use your back muscles to lift you off of your mat, and maybe you lift your hands too. Cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Exhale, lower down. Roll over to your back. Bend your knees. Plant your feet hip-width distance apart. You want to be able to lightly graze the back of your heels with your fingertips. On an inhale, ground down through your shoulders and the back of your head. Press through your feet. Lift your hips. Bridge pose. As you pull your chest towards your chin, pull your chin away from your chest. Ground down through all four corners of your feet. On your exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Bring the soles of your feet together. Open your knees up wide. Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle. Inhale, close your knees. Bring your knees into your chest. Exhale, extend your left leg long onto your mat. Inhale your right knee into your chest. Exhale, grab your right knee with your left hand. Pull your left knee over towards the left. Tee your cactus out your arms. Make sure that both shoulders are nice and grounded onto your mat. If your right shoulder is popping up, just back out of it just a little bit. In this posture, you let gravity do everything. Don't worry about cranking your spine. It naturally has a very nice twist in this posture. Inhale, come back to center. Hug both knees into chest. Exhale, extend your right leg long all the way down onto your mat. Inhale your left knee up into your chest. Exhale, supine twist. Guide your left knee over to the right. You can go ahead and close your eyes. You can leave them open. It's whatever you feel most comfortable with. Inhale, come back to center. Hug yourself. Thank yourself for showing up onto your mat for this nice quick practice. Curl up into a tight little ball. Exhale. Final Shavasana, let everything go. Let your toes fall out. Let your arms relax. Release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Unclench your jaw. Unfurrow your brow. Notice any tiny places that you might be holding, whether it's your fingers, your toes, your neck. Notice any places where you might be holding tension, and then let it all go. If you have the gift of time, feel free to stay in this posture as long as you would like. However, if you're ready to move on, slowly start to bring movement back into your fingertips, into your toes. You can rock your head from side to side. Start to come back to your breath. Bring your hands up to your third eye, the space between your eyebrows. Maybe give yourself a nice little massage with your thumb knuckles. Take a deep inhale. Open mouth, exhale. The light in me sees and honors the light in all of you. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.